Welcome everyone to the Pro Wrestling Conquest Event Center. My name is Joe Dombrowski. We are counting down. The weeks are becoming days until the next major Pro Wrestling Conquest event invades Charleston. It'll be our 8th installment. It takes place Friday evening, March the 19th, 7:30 p.m. It's something we're calling Crashing the Party. Head to Pro Wrestling Conquest social media accounts for more information on tickets and availability. Seats as low as $5 for children under 12, $20 ringside, $15 general admission, a price fit for any budget and all members of the family, and you're going to see something for everybody. You're going to see nearly 3 solid hours of in-ring action featuring the best and brightest stars from around the country. And we're going to preview it all for you here in this segment. This segment brought to you by the fine folks at ProWrestlingLibrary.com. Check out 500 hours of content, including the brand new release, Wrestling from the Heartland, The Lost Developmental Territory, Volume 2, also available on DVD at joe-dombrowski.com. Pro Wrestling Library will be one of the future homes for Pro Wrestling Conquest digital content. But right now, the bottom line is Quantum Sports. That's the home for Crashing the Party. On Friday, March 19th, let's run down the card. No better place to start running down the card than the Imperial Championship, as Jock Sampson will defend his prize against WCW legend Lodi. We've seen Jock Sampson use his newfound legal team, headed up by David Lawless Esquire, to maneuver around several situations that put him at odds, the latest example of which that restraining order filed against Casey King. But Lodi is coming fresh off of a victory over arch rival Ryan Edmonds. He's got motivation and he's got momentum. Could Lodi be the new face of Pro Wrestling Conquest? Speaking of Ryan Edmonds, he'll step into an open challenge, what he calls an exhibition of skill. Now, a lot of wrestlers over the years have put their foot in their own mouths, issuing open challenges like this. And from what I understand, there's a lot of people throughout professional wrestling that just have a seething hatred for Ryan Edmonds. You can't imagine why. Who's going to step up to the plate and answer the challenge? And will Ryan Edmonds regret this decision of an open challenge? And it's David Lawless Esquire, the legal counsel of Jock Sampson, one-on-one with Mance Warner. Lawless was directly responsible for cheating Mance Warner out of the Imperial Championship back in episode 7. Mancer is bringing the lariats, the light beers, and he's out for revenge come Friday, March the 19th at Crashing the Party. Daniel Eads has proven that he has one of the hardest right hands in the game today, but anybody who comes into contact with Jake Something will not forget the name and not forget the fact he is one of the most physically imposing athletes anywhere in pro wrestling. It's going to be physicality personified when these two men meet one-on-one. How about Chance Prophet one-on-one with Cole Carter? Many people say Cole Carter got the biggest win of his career when he defeated Larry D back in episode 7, and many insiders are touting Cole Carter as the next big breakout star from the state of West Virginia. However, Chance Prophet has been the standard bearer, the measuring stick of West Virginia professional wrestling for nearly 20 years. While we were left confused by the altercation and interaction between Chance Prophet and Misery in episode 7, one thing that is for sure, Chance Prophet will bring his all to maintain and retain that unofficial title as the conscience of West Virginia professional wrestling as he takes on the 20-year-old thoroughbred Cole Carter on March 19th. How about tag team action? Money Shot on the scene. Man, Dime Elijah Dean, Big Fundamental, Zach Nystrom, they'll have the dime piece in tow as they take on two of the most popular but two of the most unorthodox talents to ever step foot in Conquest. Talking about the master of the Yeet, Huff Manley, and the man that resides in an Amish paradise, Levi Everett. Two individuals that march to the beat of their own drum. It's going to be not only a styles clash, a culture clash between these teams on March 19th. And you talk tag team action, what about the main event? Gannon Jones Jr. and Duke Davis, an incredible debut. In episode 7, they got the win over Money Shot, and they stepped into action against one of the most prolific teams in the game today, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. The main event have held several regional championships across the tri-state area, but Austin and Fulton, perennial contenders for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships, and the current tag title holders for AAW Wrestling in Chicago. Ace Austin will bring the speed and agility in the ring with three behemoths, three of the largest men we've ever seen here in Pro Wrestling Conquest. That's the collision everybody's talking about. Can't wait to see what happens there. Keep in mind your special guest host, Andy Frampton, local comedian. No telling what he'll say or do with a live microphone. And we invite all of our fans to join us live at the Blue Parrot for Crashing the After Party. You can interact with some of your favorite Conquest stars, get some great food and drink. It's going to be a festive experience. We want you to be part of the entire Pro Wrestling Conquest experience on Friday, March 19th. All of that is coming your way in just a few days' time. That's Friday night, March the 19th, 7:30 at Quantum Sports in Charleston. Head to Pro Wrestling Conquest on Facebook if you haven't yet for last-minute breaking news and ticket availability. You're going to see some of the best and brightest young up-and-coming stars in professional wrestling, not just from the West Virginia area, but across the country as well. You're going to be on the ground floor of the evolution of many of these young athletes' careers, and it's an event like no other in the state of West Virginia. I'm going to be there live. Hope to see each and every one of you. Stop by the table, say hello, and get ready, because Pro Wrestling Conquest continues to grow, continues to build like a rocket ship taking off throughout 2021, and you're going to want to be there to experience the evolution yourself. It's Friday evening, 7:30 p.m. at Quantum Sports in Charleston. We're crashing the party with Pro Wrestling Conquest.